Yes, I agree. If you're in Nigeria, don't buy Nissan Murano, don't buy Range Rover. But what they don't tell you is why is it that these cars are constantly having problems? I mean, these cars, they are being made by the best engineers in the world. Like these companies are employing the best engineers, the best tech guys or whatever to build these cars. But at the end of the day, they will still have problems. Yes, they will have problems. Why? They are built for specific clients. They are built for a very kind of particular climate and terrain. Now, I'll talk about the Nissan Murano. The Nissan Murano comes with CVT transmissions because they come with CVT transmissions. That is called continuously variable transmissions. Mostly the ones from the 2009 to 2018 generation. They always had overheating, slipping, shuddering, and transmission failure. Emphasis on overheating because these CVTs are sensitive to heat, the fluid quality, and the driving style. Now in Nigeria, you know that the weather is very hot, so if you can't bring a car that is supposed to be in the UK or in the Europe or in Canada where the temperature is very low, you bring it to a country where there is extreme heat, that car can never survive. No matter how you drive it, it can never survive. And fluid quality is very important because it's running on belts and pulleys instead of the regular gears that we have in the Toyota and Hondas. So lubrication has to be paid much attention to, and you don't just go and get any kind of fluid and pour into it. No, it has to be very quality and authentic put into it. So the reason why these issues happen, or these cars always have transmission failure, because the CVT, like I said, rely on belts and pulleys instead of gears. And in very heavier vehicles like the Murano, the CVT is under constant stress, and that's why many people always complain about it. And another reason is because the owners of these cars barely maintained it. They don't maintain it properly because they don't put good and proper fluid in it. And again, I think at the time the car was initially released, Nissan claimed it's gonna be a lifetime car and you don't really need to bother about putting your CVT fluid and all that. But of course, that didn't work out. So Murano's has issues with transmission cooling, sensors, and control modules. When one of those sensors fails, it can affect like multiple systems. So whenever you have any issues with any of those sensors, one alone will affect multiple ones. Now, another thing is maintenance mismatch. The Murano looks like a normal SUV, so every owner of a Murano would want to treat it like a regular SUV, but it's not. In reality, those cars need strict maintenance at every interval. If you usually change your oil or transmission fluid every 5,000 kilometers, this one, I think you have to bring it down to 1,000 kilometers, because yes, you need to pay much attention to it. Once you miss that interval for your maintenance, you're always going to have a problem. And in Nigeria, we don't take cars to mechanic to go and do anything servicing or maintenance until the car breaks down. Understand that you should always change your oil, do your fluid change, do all the regular maintenance that you need to do on your car if you want your car to survive. This will not be saying you go wait till anytime when the car don't break, you can't go to mechanic. That's a very poor maintenance and handling of cars, which many of us do in Nigeria. And tomorrow when your car goes bad, they say, oh, that car dealer gave me a bad car. No, you haven't gone to the mechanic in 6 months. Of course it's gonna break down. Now for the Range Rover, this one is even worse because these cars are built with extreme complexities. Now the Range Rovers, they are packed with air suspensions, terrain response systems, advanced electronics. The more tech you have, the more field points you're gonna have in these cars, and that's why they always have issues, because they are packed with tech. And of course, the more of it you have, the more field points, like I said. And one field sensor can trigger multiple warning lights. There is no two ways about it. Once one sensor fails, with all those tech you packed in those cars, you're gonna have multiple warning lights. The air suspension components, they wear out over time, and they are very expensive to fix or to replace. Now, have it in mind that this Range Rover is not designed for neglect. Now, double copy that, so you're not even supposed to be looking down. You're not even supposed to be neglecting that car for 1 minute. The Range Rovers are engineered assuming regular servicing, and high quality parts. Many used ones are cheap, but maintained cheaply, and that's why you always have issues. Because if you go and buy a used Range Rover, you're always definitely gonna have a problem with it. Climate and usage mismatch. Like I said, not because these cars were designed to fail, but because these cars are being driven in the wrong terrain and in the wrong climate. The Range Rover is designed mainly for the UK and European conditions. You see hot climates, poor roads, stop and go traffic like the one we have in Nigeria. It will accelerate the problems of the car. It will accelerate the wear in that car, in the suspensions, in the bushings, and in the electronics. These cars need to be in very cool weather, a very cold climate. The road has to be good for you to own a Range Rover. And the stop and go traffic, if you'll be in Third Mainland Bridge for how many hours? You go small, you stop. You go small, you stop. You want to deal with Range Rover, it will fail. It will fail. Now, if you still want to buy a Range Rover or a Nissan and Range, I'll sell it to you. But I'll tell you, you go sign now more, because I know what these cars come with. Because not after 6 months you start saying, but that drive sold you a very bad car. No, it's because these cars were not designed to be in our society, and we don't have what it takes to be able to own these cars and maintain these cars. So the next time you want to buy a car, consider making your research, or you can come to, we can talk about it. We'll get you the list of cars that are reliable and that can be easily maintained in our society. Then you can go ahead and pick those cars.